She replied, "Let's simply remain friends." After spending 2 years as a couple, I responded, "Sounds ideal." Then I began handling her precisely as I handle my other pals, complete with clear limits. She learned the true meaning of being just friends when I began seeing her closest companion. Original posting. I, 27, male, received the "Let's Just Be Friends" talk from my girlfriend Tara, 26, about 3 weeks back. We had been dating for 2 years, sharing a home for one of them. I believed our relationship was strong, discussing upcoming plans like attending her sister's wedding the following summer, where I was set to be her date, and all that. Then, on an ordinary Thursday night, she pulls me aside for a serious chat. "We have to discuss something." I already sensed the direction this was going. "All right. I care for you deeply, but I'm no longer in love with you romantically. I feel we should shift to a friendship." "Shift?" "Yes. You see, we get along great, share the same circle of friends, have matching hobbies. We would be fantastic as friends, though not as romantic partners." Appearing uneasy. "It's not that. I simply need to discover myself, figure out who I am beyond our relationship. But I don't wish to lose you entirely." "Me? So you're ending the romance but want to keep me in your orbit." Putting it that way makes it sound harsh. "I just believe we'd be stronger as friends. We could still spend time together, remain involved in each other's worlds." What really got to me was this. She delivered all of it after already packing a suitcase. Her friend Marissa was coming to get her in an hour. She had orchestrated everything, including a place to stay. "You've prepared your departure fully. I figured you'd be upset." Marissa offered me a spot at her place while we sort out the housing details. "The housing details?" "Yes, exactly. We'll have to divide things in the apartment, but no hurry. We're grown-ups. We're friends now. We can handle this maturely." I paused for a moment to absorb it all. 2 years cohabiting, chatting about having children eventually. Now she wants us to be pals. All right. Taken aback? All right. Yes, let's stay friends, you're correct. We ought to manage this as responsible adults. She genuinely grinned, looking relieved, as if I'd consented to her flawless scheme where she ends things but retains all the perks of my presence. "Hugh, thank goodness. I was terrified you'd resent me or complicate everything. Look, this proves why we'd excel as friends." She departed that evening. Marissa arrived to collect her, shooting me a sympathetic glance like I was an abandoned dog. I simply waved goodbye. The following day, I did precisely what Tara requested. I started treating her as a friend. That's when I realized her idea of friendship differed vastly from mine. The initial message arrived at 7 a.m. Tara. "Hi, hope you rested well. Can you bring over my work computer? I left it behind in the haste." "Me, of course. I'll drop it at your office reception on Monday. Why not deliver it to Marissa's? I require it over the weekend." "I have commitments. Monday suits me better." "Commitments? What kind?" "Friend activities." She clearly disliked that, but how could she complain? We're merely friends now. Friends aren't obligated to disrupt their lives for one another. On Saturday, another text from her. "Hey, Marissa and I are heading to that fresh brunch spot. Care to join? Appreciate it, but I'm set. Enjoy yourselves. Please come. We used to always have Saturday brunch. That was during our relationship. Have a good time eating." 2 hours pass. This feels strange. "Why are you acting this way?" "Acting how?" "Aloof, detached. I'm behaving cordially, exactly as you wanted." Update 1. By the second week of this friendship, Tara began showing signs of strain. You see, when she proposed, "Let's be friends," she intended maintain everything identical except without the intimacy. What I understood was establish proper limits, similar to those with my regular friends. She stopped by the apartment Tuesday during my work hours. She still possessed a key, raided the fridge, washed some clothes, showered, and left a message. Took a few items. "Hope it's fine." I messaged her, "Me. Hi, saw you stopped in. Please return the key soon." "Huh, why?" "My other friends don't hold keys to my home, but I have belongings there. We can schedule pickups for your items as friends typically do." "This is absurd. We shared the place." "We did share it. Now we're friends. New dynamic, new rules." She arrived that night angry. "You switched the locks. Necessary." "No, just rekeyed them, provided notice. You don't reside here anymore. Here's a container with your essentials. I can't believe you're acting so childish." "Childish? I'm handling you just as I handle my friends. None of them possess keys to my home. But I'm not an ordinary friend. As per your words, that's precisely what you are now." Her sense of privilege began emerging. She anticipated remaining my emergency person, accessing my streaming services, using my shopping accounts. No way. But the highlight occurred that weekend. Our shared friends were hosting a board game evening. I arrived alone. She brought along a guy called Connor. Tyra announced loudly so all could hear, "Meet Connor, we connected at yoga class." Connor appeared decent, obviously there as a tool to provoke jealousy in me. I greeted him warmly, invited him to the games, then dominated everyone at Codenames without giving them any extra notice. Midway through, Tara pulled me aside in the kitchen. "Tara, you don't seem bothered that I'm with another person." "Me, why should I be? We're friends. Friends go on dates. You're not jealous at all. Do you get jealous over your other friends' dates? It's not the same. In what way?" She had no response, since any would reveal she expected me to long for her during her self-discovery phase. But the highlight, her close friend Marissa was unusually attentive that evening, constantly seeking reasons to chat with me, chuckling at my humor, brushing my arm. I wasn't pushing for it, just acting naturally, free from Tara's influence. The next day, Tara messages, "What was going on between you and Marissa?" "Going on about what?" "You know, the flirting. We were simply conversing. Friends converse. She's my closest friend. And I'm your friend as well, correct? Friends are allowed to interact with mutual friends." No reply for 3 days. Then on Thursday, she shifted approaches. "I believe I erred. Regarding what? Our situation. Perhaps we ought to discuss it." "Okay, what is it?" "Face to face over a meal at our usual restaurant." "You mean the Italian place?" "I have commitments, but coffee Saturday afternoon works if you'd like to talk." "Commitments with whom? Why does it matter?" "Friends aren't required to share their agendas." "Is it Marissa? Coffee on Saturday or not?" "This isn't typical friend behavior. This is precisely friend behavior. You're confusing it with partner behavior. Easy mix-up." Update 2. 3 weeks into this, Tara's self-discovery path wasn't unfolding as expected. The yoga guy Connor vanished after a couple dates. Apparently, he had no interest in rebound roles. In contrast, I was thriving as a single guy with strong personal limits. Then Marissa took initiative. She messaged me Thursday evening, "Hey, oddly enough, I have a spare ticket for that stand-up comedy event. Interested for Saturday?" To clarify, I hadn't chased Marissa. Hadn't viewed her romantically until she expressed interest. But she was enjoyable, appealing, and crucially clear about her desires. No drama, no shifts, no retaining backups. Me? Yeah, that sounds great. Marissa, awesome. Heads up though, Tara's acting strange about us spending time together. Just so you're aware, understood, still in if you are. Absolutely. Get me at 7. Saturday arrived. I dressed nicely, feeling positive. It had been 2 years since a proper date. As I was leaving, my phone blew up. "Is this for real? For real about what?" "Marissa mentioned you're going out with her. She asked me to the comedy event. You cannot date my closest friend." "Why not?" "We're both unattached. It's against girl rules. She isn't supposed to date my former partner." "I thought I was your friend now, not ex." "You understand my meaning?" "Honestly, I don't. Friends don't claim rights over who others date." She rang 17 times. I silenced my phone. The outing with Marissa was wonderful. She turned out to be genuinely funny, something I hadn't picked up on when she was merely Tara's sidekick. We discussed all topics but Tara, until near the close. Marissa, I suppose I should mention, Tara's freaking out. She phoned me in tears, claiming betrayal. "Me, your thoughts on that?" "Truthfully, she's been a lousy friend recently. It's all centered on her path and development. She actually admitted last week that retaining you as a friend was her fallback if no one superior came along. Exact words, that revelation made me see you merited more and perhaps I'd try my luck." We shared a goodnight kiss, nothing further, just a pleasant initial date kiss. I shared nothing publicly, informed nobody, yet Tara somehow found out. Sunday at 6 a.m. she's banging on my door. "Let me in. I know you're there." Through the door, "It's 6 a.m., Tara. I don't care. We must talk immediately." "About what?" "You kissed her, my closest friend." I opened up. She appeared disheveled, unkempt hair, swollen eyes, same outfit from Friday. "You're doing this to cause me pain." "Me, I'm just continuing my life." "You chose to end our romance." "I suggested friends, not permission to date my friends." "You mentioned needing self-discovery." "I'm allowing that while advancing with Marissa. She's available, I'm available. We enjoy each other, that's dating." She attempted to enter forcefully. I stopped her. "You no longer reside here. My stuff is inside." "Then arrange a pickup time as agreed." "You're being harsh." "Me, I'm enforcing limits." Big distinction. That's when true privilege surfaced. She launched efforts contacting shared friends, twisting tailies of my vengeful dating of her bestie, claiming I orchestrated pain. A few believed her, most saw through it. Our friend Jake phoned. "Dude, Tara claims you're seeing Marissa purely for payback." Me, did she note she ended things for self-finding but wanted me lingering as a friend? She omitted that. Ironic, huh? But Tara persisted. She attempted workplace interference. Phone my job pretending to be emergency contact, alleging mental health issues requiring leave. My supervisor summoned me, worried. Boss. Your girlfriend rang, said you're having difficulties. Me, ex-girlfriend, and I'm okay. She's struggling post-breakup. She sounded certain you required assistance. Me, I'll manage. Apologies for the disturbance. I reported it all to HR. Began documentation for protection. Update 3. 1 month post the Just Friends talk, Tyra's meticulous strategy had utterly failed. Marissa and I were now officially a couple. Not deeply committed yet, simply relishing time together sans chaos. Tyra, meanwhile, was unraveling. She attempted it all. Initially, she sought to sway Marissa by forwarding old chats, affectionate messages I'd sent, personal pics, clothed but obviously romantic. Marissa shared everything with me. Marissa, she's aiming to spark jealousy over your history. Me succeeding? Nope, it's highlighting your tolerance for her nonsense. Then Tara went extreme. She alleged pregnancy. 2M text. Urgent discussion needed. I'm delayed. Me delayed for what? You get it. I'm expecting. Congrats. Father, seriously. You curious since no intimacy for 2 months. Results can delay. And how many partners for you since? Yoga Connor. That bar guy Marissa noted. Unbelievable you doubt me. Me not doubting, calculating, if expecting and possibly mine, let's do it right. Doctor visit, DNA test later. Silence. Next day, false positive. Cycle started. How timely. But the major breakdown hit when she saw I meant business dividing our joint assets. Upon leaving, she presumed I'd cover costs during her exploration. The rent, bills, joint mobile plan for savings. Call from her mother. Her mom, why cancel Tyra's phone line? Me removed her from my account. She requires her own. Her mom, she can't manage that currently. Should have considered before terminating our bond. You're spiteful. After 2 years practical. Friends don't cover friends' bills. Her mom, she erred. She sees it now. Valuable learning experience. Peak privilege arose when Tara learned Marissa and I planned a getaway weekend. Identical coastal spot from our prior anniversary. Tyra fired off a lengthy message accusing me of erasing our history, dishonoring our past. How could I bring her best friend to our meaningful location? Me, public shoreline. Not yours exclusively. You're aware of your intent. Yes, escorting my girlfriend on a pleasant trip. She's not your girlfriend. She's mine, former. She cut ties after your guilt attempts over her joy. That's when Tara erred massively. She appeared at Marissa's workplace, created a disturbance. Guards removed her. Marissa's manager was displeased. Marissa phoned me upset. She's gone mad, totally unhinged. Yelled I took her existence. Restraining order, possibly necessary. This is madness. Final update. The restraining order served as Tara's reality check, along with job loss from excessive absences amid breakdowns. Self-discovery proves tough alongside harassing ex and his partner. Latest from friends. She relocated to parents' home. Attending therapy mandated by court post-incident. Blocked everywhere by us both. Yoga Connors with another, sharing updates often. She now works part-time in a bookshop. Still, the privilege lingered somewhat. One final email pre-block, hope you're pleased. You achieved your goals, alienated my best friend, portrayed me as unstable, destroyed my world, all for failing to accept mere friendship. I aimed to ease the end, retaining you because I valued you. But you chose vengeance, had to triumph. Well done, you prevailed. You and Marissa suit each other, no reply from me, pointless. In her view, she's victim of calculated retribution rather than owning her actions. Truth, I orchestrated nothing. When she said, let's be friends, I accepted literally. Handled her as I do friends, with limits, courtesy, proper space. Her inability to cope reveals her true desires. She wanted me yearning, pleading, waiting as she dated others. Sought comfort knowing I lingered while seeking upgrades. When I declined that, genuinely friended her and progressed, her scheme crumbled. Marissa and I remain together. It's positive, drama-free, sincere, mature. We occasionally laugh at the wild origin, but mainly savor our time. Dating someone decisive is invigorating. My suggestion, if someone seeks friendship post-serious romance, accept it. Then truly treat them as such. No extras, no less. Establish limits, advance, enjoy life. Real friends wish your happiness. They don't demand you pause while they decide. No entitlement to partner perks under friend title. Tara craved relationship advantages sans obligation. Wanted me as reserve, cushion, support during her searches. Refusing that, accepting her words and friending her normally, reality struck fiercely. Best aspect, no malice from me. Didn't target Marissa for harm, no public shaming, no friend-turning efforts, simply existed. Maintained healthy limits, Pursued a willing partner, Tara's collapse was self-caused, she terminated us. Attempted backup retention, panicked at my progression, harassed her friend, caused workplace chaos, manipulated surroundings. I merely did as requested, treated her as friend. Ironically, that proved most painful. Not intentionally cruel, but it compelled facing her decision's truth. Dumping someone yet expecting devotion, true friendship feels punitive. But it's not, it's merely friendship. Exactly what she claimed to desire. Ironic, isn't it?